Good morning, everybody. Good afternoon. Excuse me. It's 1 in the afternoon, 1:05 to be exact, here on the eastern coast of the United States. And I am leaving Antietam. I went inside. I had some questions about our tour in September. And I thought, why don't I take the opportunity, get out of town for a bit, go down to Sharpsburg, stop at the battlefield, and then on to Shepherdstown, which I have been to, but never via Antietam. I'm going to assume it's as simple as taking the Shepherdstown Road, but we'll find out if I'm right. Hey, Peter, how are you? 6 questions. Hello. Yes, Michael. Yes, a little bit of a road trip. I decided to treat myself to a day out and about, and of course, still doing some work-related stuff, but at least it's something with a change of scenery. And I walked around the new visitor center at Antietam. Very nice. Really is. Every time I come here, I love this place more and more. It's a very cool place. Don't come down here enough, which is unfortunate for me. I'll go this way. Eric was here on Sunday. Very nice, Eric. Good for you. Hey, Phil. How are you? Barbara, hello. From Gettysburg, I think it's about 50 minutes, something like that. I'm a little closer, actually, than Gettysburg, where I came from home today. And it was, well, shit, I didn't even pay attention. I just drove. It's a nice day for a drive. It's a little chilly. It's only 48, but beautiful sunny day. Can't go wrong with that, right? You can't go wrong with sun. Turning on the Cornfield Avenue. I would love to give you more information as we drive through here, but again, I've only been here a few times. I know enough to show someone who's never been here before something, but not on the record. By the way, speaking of on the record, one thing we were comfortable with was sharing the story of a lesser-known fight out west, day before Wilson's Creek, the Battle of Parsons Mill. Bloody battle, horrible casualties for the Union, but because it was only really, barely over 2,000 soldiers engaged in the fight in total, it's overshadowed by what happens the next day. But it's still an interesting story, full of everything we love about our Civil War stories, right? It's full of people who don't get along, commanders who are, fighting over personal beefs. Just give it a listen. It's on YouTube. It's actually uploaded to Facebook. I think you'll enjoy it. Eric says, hopefully meeting with the park there went better than some of the Gettysburg meetings. I actually said to them, why are you guys so much easier to work with than Gettysburg? And of course, they were very diplomatic and they just shrugged their shoulders and chuckled. But I wonder that. It was very easy. Doing this is going to be pretty damn easy, what we're doing here. in in September. At one point, because we're doing it as a fundraiser for the George Tyler Moore Center and for the Digital History Pioneers Foundation, and so I said, I assume we're going to need a CUA for that since money's changing hands, and they said, yeah. And he goes, but you can't exchange money on the battlefield. And I said, oh, no, we're going to be doing that ahead of time. I said, but we will be selling popcorn. And he looked at me, and I just kind of smirked, and he's like, okay, you're really not doing that, right? And I said, no, I'm not. It's a joke. So it did, Eric, which is a shame. I should, retitle my show to Addressing Antietam, but that wouldn't make as much sense. Ty Webb, hi everyone. Hello, Ty. 6 questions, says Barbara, about an hour. There you go. Rich says the Dunkard Church. Yes, sir. It's a more chill battlefield. Yes, it is. It's just, there's something about the rolling hills of this terrain here that is so, is it captivating? Is that the word I'm looking for? It's so, I don't know. It's almost like otherworldly in a way. I don't know if otherworldly is what I'm trying to say either. It's picturesque. It's almost, it feels fictional to me. It feels like if they had made a movie set to be like, a village, some movie that takes place in a small farming community. They'd go out to some ranch and they'd build the sets and everything, and it would be, they would use something hilly like this to mask the fact that it's not really as big and immense as they want it to seem or whatever. I don't know, but it's very. I'm looking forward to the September tour. I'm very much looking forward to that, but I don't want to rush to September because we just barely are out of winter, right, guys? Let's be honest here. Yes, I agree, Mike. Antietam is also a special place, not as crowded. Yes, sir. Ty says the trail to the 15th Mass is one of my favorite walks ever. Ever? Good for you. You found yourself an ever. Here's the sunken lane is off to the left, Harold. Your fight to get justice done. All right, just turn this back here a ways. Transcendent is the word that Jeffrey says I'm looking for. Yeah, it could be that. It's a lot. It's apparently a lot of things. There's a lot of words. I mean, just look at this. This isn't translating well when I can't hold the camera landscape, but just what I'm looking at here. These big rolling hills Imagine trying to move troops and watch your troops and see where the enemy's troops are and fight a battle over terrain like this. It's cray cray. It's cray cray. Now, I'm going to get to Shepherdstown before it gets too late, so I'm not going to go across. But I'm going to be back down here. I'm going to be back down here. So let's go to Shepherdstown. The National Cemetery up on the left. Over there in the trees. Okay, now we'll go into historic Sharpsburg, Maryland. We're going to reduce our speed to 25 so as to be safe. So you'll look around to find someone who's kind, someone who is fearless like you. I like Sharpsburg. It's a cool little town. Not much to do, which is what I like about it. Like, it's just a normal town. No McDonald's, no Kifs, no, well, not much of anything really. There's like one ice cream shop, maybe two restaurants. Pretty neat little town. Oh. Cool old buildings. Rich Snyder says, I have an ancestor who lost an arm in the sunken lane. Ooh. 130th PA, Company K, Private Stephen Barnett. I think it's going to be a great tour with you and Dr. Jen and Michael and Scott. I think so too. I'm just putting it together, but I think Scott is going to make it a great tour. And you just gave me an idea. Maybe we can force Michael to do some photograph stuff, or as they call it, photography stuff. I advise people to hire a guide for Antietam, well worth the money. I was actually just sitting down to send you an email when this notification popped up. Oh, well, send me the email anyway. We know, we all know, two licensed guides down here, Brad Gottfried and Matt Borders. There might be others that we know. I just don't know them. Or I don't know that they're licensed guides here. So, could be wrong there. But regulars on the show is what I mean. Wow, that's weird. General Robert E. Lee Drive has a sign ahead of it saying General Robert E. Lee Drive, pointing left, like next left, like it's some big thing. It's just a neighborhood. What's up with that? Okay, now, I'm assuming I'm on the Shepherdstown Road. We will find out. If I see a sign, see, I can't put my GPS on. All right, I don't recognize any of this. Oh, yep, okay. I think we're okay. Yeah. Michael says, is it easier to guide at Antietam than Gettysburg? Well, I haven't done it, but I have heard that the process is less restrictive, a little more welcoming. But I think it's because they can be and they need to be, because they want to get more guides. Gettysburg, on the other hand, is a piece of Gettysburg. Less welcoming and more restrictive and everything in the way they test people. So yeah, I think comparatively it's easier, but you still have to know your stuff. You still have to know your stuff. Timothy York says, I'm still working my way through Scott Hartwig's tome. I dread the thought of the place. Yeah, I've read smatterings of it, once to prepare for an interview with him, and then a couple of times just because I actually had some time, and I'm like, let me read through this. So, of course I skip around, but I love the way Scott writes and the things he chooses to write about, the details he chooses to put in. Yeah, I think I'm very much looking forward to this tour with Scott and the whole event. It's gonna be fun. Fundraiser. And we'll get to see, I'm going now to see the Schindler House, which is where we're going to have the second part of the event, the little meet and greet with Scott, the book signing, and some light refreshments. I'm actually going to test out the deli where we might get the refreshments. There's the famous Bavarian Inn on your right. Brick by brick, carried over here from Bavaria. And now we are in Shepherdstown. It is that easy, ladies and gentlemen. They've said it, and I didn't believe them. But here we are. There's a really cool place. What the hell's it called? Oh, McHurley's? Oh, it's some kind of name like that. There's a general store here I love to go to. I can never remember the name of it because it's not a common Irish name, but it's an Irish name. This is another town that I really like to come to. Cindy and I came here. Well, we went to Harper's Ferry for a couple of days last year, and we're like, let's go up to Shepherdstown. So we did, and walked around a bit. It's a cool little place. So if you haven't been, I don't know where we are in Shepherdstown, but let's drive around it and see if we can figure things out. Some of these houses look familiar. Oh, you got more trees in bloom down here. I'm going to turn around because I think I'm going away from where I want to go. Rocks. Antietam, too marvelous for words. You're just too marvelous for words. Let's go straight. Let's go straight. And so I'm offering this love song for the birds. Tell you that you're marvelous, too marvelous for words. Yeah, okay, now I know where we are. You'll find your fortune fall. So, it's been a while, so don't quote me on this. But I do believe that somewhere on or near this intersection is where, what's his face? Come on, what's his face, guys? Mikey, the guy who Wesley Culp worked for. It's on the tip of my tongue. I want to say Seymour Butts, but I know that's not his name. Anyway, Hoffman, his carriage house was somewhere near that intersection. So I've been told. But I've been told a lot of things. All right, so what we're gonna do is this. I'm gonna go to that general store, and then I'm gonna check out that deli. So I'll take you to where the general store is. See, a lot of people wonder, about West Virginia. They say, in West Virginia, do they pave roads the way we pave roads? And the answer is yes. The answer is yes. This is the block that Cindy and I took a stroll down. Some really nice houses down here. When I make my second million, I plan on buying one. Have to make that first million, though. To ever be in the dictionary and so. And here we are. It's a little bit of a precarious parking situation, but you can park here nonetheless. It's O'Hurley's General Store. Very cool place. Let me just catch up on your comments here. Okay. Michael knows the fields because he played War of Rights. They do help video games if they're done right. Middlebridge Virginia is an underrated part of the battlefield. Yes, it is. Nobody goes there. Peter says, what's up with cemeteries and cedars and pines? It seems they all have them. It is, and there's a thing with it, and I forget what it is. Tim York says, just went past the new Dunker Church. No cell service really in that area. That is what makes Antietam interesting as well. Eric, every time I come back from the place or a place, I always learn something new and want to return to it immediately. He's talking to Ty, or Ty's talking to Eric there. Rich says, Matt's singing Glenn Campbell's True Grit while driving to Shepherdstown. I like it. I was wondering if somebody would know the song. I should say spotty network service. Yeah, the cell service isn't very good down in this whole region, which is also kind of nice because you kind of have to pay attention to what's in front of you as opposed to what's everywhere else in the world. So I like that. Let's see. Don't assume, Matt. When you assume, you make a donkey out of she and he, or something like that. My senile nana said all the time. Gail says, "Hi, Matt. Thanks for taking us along, Antietam. You're welcome. You're welcome. I don't want to stand here. Every time we go back to the time where to look. Let's see. Was there an AG Today episode last Thursday? There was, and then I took it down. I should probably put it back up. So there were two upload or two live streams because the audio decided we didn't have a freezing problem with the video this time. No, it was the audio that was the problem. It just the broadcaster stopped picking up the audio feed, so I had to shut down the live stream, restart the computer, and then I was pretty surly after that. And I just thought it was, unbecoming. But I'll put it back up because I'm over it now. Oh, Hurley's. Thanks, Tim. Okay, Phil, thank you as well. Okay, everybody, I should have been, I was behind on the comments. I didn't see you there. Stayed at the Jacob Rohrbach Inn when I visited Antietam. I've been told money won't buy happiness. It's all lies. It is all lies. It's absolutely lies. You know how I know? Because when I started to make more money, my happiness improved. So there you go. And that's probably because the root of my unhappiness was no money. So yeah, it can certainly buy happiness. Ty Webb showed Matt's photograph to some old gray bearded men sitting on a porch outside a general store. Ty Webb, Kentucky Rain, I'm back. Hey Hanan, how are you? You're back, and I'm just about to end it here. Let me turn off the signal. Sorry, folks. Ick Snyder, you mean Rich Snyder, keeps pouring down and up ahead another town that Matt goes walking through. Oh, I see. You guys are inserting me into song lyrics I'm not aware of. I don't know those songs. Anyway, I'm going to go. I'll probably do another live stream as I explore around here for a bit. But in the meantime, have yourselves a good day. And I'll talk to you in a bit or tomorrow or next time. Have a good one. Dwight Gooden.